Welcome to Meet the Candidate, and my guest this morning is Liz Fleming, who is a candidate for the Spokane City Council, Council District 2, Position 1. Welcome, Liz.
Thank you. Good morning.
Glad that you could be here, and we have a few simple questions so people can get acquainted with you as a person who's volunteered for duty. And
Great.
starting with just where did you grow up?
Well, I was born in Spokane. I grew up on the north side of town, went to Meade High School, and just absolutely loved the experience. And it's definitely home. Yeah.
So you went to Meade High School and
I
did the
did.
Meade schools all the way through?
I did, yes. Yeah.
Is there some other formal education you wanted to share?
Yeah, so was looking at schools and ended up at Whitworth University and just absolutely loved the experience. Was able to play soccer there. I had no intention of going to school to play soccer, but one of those things that just everything aligned, and it was a phenomenal experience. And studied international business and communication there, and this really set me up for my worldviews, and I was able to travel and experience quite a bit through that experience.
Oh, what are some places that you traveled?
Well, I've been around through Europe. I studied abroad with semester at sea, and so you're on a ship for a semester, but you're going to ports for 3 to 5 days at a time, and was able to experience Israel and Egypt and Russia. Just a phenomenal experience, and what I remember most are the people. Just getting to know the culture and having homestays and just learning about people.
Really connecting there.
Mm-hmm.
So, was there? It sounds like soccer. You must have played soccer a lot as a kid.
I did. Yes.
So, because one of the questions I usually ask about is the non-school activities that also provide part of our education and background. Soccer and anything else.
Oh goodness. It's pretty much soccer. It's kind of been throughout my life. It's really, I love the team aspect of it. I love the social aspect of it. And now I'm volunteering as a coach and just love that experience, seeing the kids develop on and off the field and just build their confidence in themselves and what it means to be a team member.
That sounds cool. Yeah. What age group are you coaching?
Right now it's 10 and 11-year-olds.
Oh, that's a nice age.
It is, yes.
So what was your first job? If you were that heavily into soccer, that might have been something that you didn't really do as a youth. But
No, there was definitely a balancing act. I worked throughout high school and college. Started early on at home doing the laundry. And I remember I'd get 25 cents for putting a load of laundry in the wash machine and 50 cents if I actually folded the clothes. But from there, kind of developed into babysitting, and then worked at a sporting goods store throughout high school, and then in college worked at a place that does printing and mailing, and just a great experience.
Okay. What were some things you maybe learned from those jobs?
Customer service.
Yeah.
Definitely being able to listen to folks and try and figure out what they're looking for and how to help them. Working as a team too, and having respect for supervisors and being able to cover for folks if someone got sick or if there's a mad rush at the door because we had a great sale. Just trying to balance all of that.
Okay. So one of the questions is some places that you've lived or traveled that influenced you. We talked a little bit about the semester at sea. Is there an anecdote that you like to tell about that trip?
Oh, for me, it really comes back to the people. And I remember before we went into Russia, each night before you went into a port, we had what is called pre-port lecture. And you learn about the currency and the government and how to stay safe. And they cautioned us to always go in pairs or multiple people, just for that safety net. And because there was a pretty big language barrier. And two of my friends, we go off one afternoon and we get lost. So lost. And we have no idea.
In what city?
We were in St. Petersburg.
I've been to St. Petersburg.
It's beautiful.
It's easy to get lost there.
Yes. And so we're on the side street and we see this little old lady and just so sweet. And she has this walker. It just, the memory is so vivid for me. And she obviously knew we were lost. We had no idea where we were going. And just by her smile, it just melted the stress. And we knew we were okay. And just with hand gestures and, to this way or, 3 that way. We were able to get to a main road and find our way back. And for me, it's just the core of human kindness and what a smile can do. Just can bring people together and help folks out.
Well, what is it you're working at now?
I am in real estate right now. It has always been a dream of mine to be in real estate. I've always loved everything about real estate, the negotiation, the finding the home. But it's fairly new to me. I've been in real estate full time since January. Prior to that, I was in major gift fundraising for higher ed and other nonprofits.
Okay. So what prompted you to run for public office?
Oh, I love Spokane. I absolutely love this city. I love everything it is and everything it can be. About a year and a half ago, some dear family friends were excited about the retirement life, and they bought a condo downtown Spokane, and they didn't feel safe. And so that was tough for me to hear, and they ended up selling their condo, and they ended up moving to another town. And it just didn't settle well with me. I was like, that's not what I want Spokane to be. That's not what I know Spokane to be. And so it started this process for me of really digging in deep into our policies, into what our community is, into the issues that we're facing. And for me, my first real job out of college was working in Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill. And I fell in love with legislation. I know it's cheesy.
No, it's not. It happens to many people.
And I loved the process of understanding an issue, understanding all the different sides of an issue, and trying to come together and figuring out what is the greater good. How can we better our community, our society, based off of legislation? And for me, combining that love of legislation and Spokane, I felt now was the best time for me to step forward and run for office.
Okay, well, that sounds like a good place to segue to that last question, which is how do you see the duties of the position that you're running for, City Council, and why should voters choose you?
For me, I view the role as City Council as serving the people, listening to the voters and the population as a whole, understanding what makes them tick, what makes them frustrated, how do they see our community getting better, and how do we work on that together, and putting policy forward that ensures that we have a safe community. So it's looking at that public safety, it's looking at our infrastructure, and it's making sure that businesses, whether it be a one-person shop or a couple hundred or more, that they can thrive in our community. And for me, it's all about listening to the individuals. And I know that's what I bring to the table, is the ability to learn and the ability to bring folks together in order to ensure that Spokane continues to thrive.
Okay, well, Liz Fleming, candidate for City Council District 2, Position 1.
Yes.
Thank
correct.
you for coming today.
Thank you very much.
And good luck.
Thank you.
Sure.